Hey everyone, it's Sarah here with Purple Angel Oracle. Happy to be awake and ascending with you all. So today I connected to Source, to God, and just kind of asked for an update. Basically, where we at right now? What's going on? And I actually haven't been following too much of some of the normal things I follow, let's say on YouTube or what's going on in the sky. I've just kind of been taking a step back and going within. So I really haven't really been aware of too much going on, just trying to relax. Um, Definitely been feeling a lot of release happening, a lot of suppressed, darker energies within coming out. And that's something I asked for recently. I said, I still feel some suppressed stuff sitting in there. And I know we all still have that. But I just kind of hit a point where I was like, just get this out. I'm done. It needs to get out. And so that's something I've been dealing with. And that can be very uncomfortable. And it can make you physically ill. So there's just been a lot of things I've been trying to release lately. Now, certain attachments we're all still going to have. These could be habits, just certain things, like I've mentioned before, that we just cannot kick. And that's because we need these. These are kind of our anchors. If we didn't have certain things that kept us grounded, um, we'd be long gone. We'd be flying. So certain things, just keep that in mind, are just anchors. And those will be the last anchors to be let go, okay, once everything is completed here. But anyway, going back to what I originally said about, connecting with Source, the only thing I heard was the sun. That's all I heard. And, I've been looking at the sun lately because this happens in California during fire season. We're covered with smoke and ash, and it looks very apocalyptic outside. But the sun, when it's covered with smoke, it's red. And you can look right at it, It's some of the few times that you can actually look right at the sun. So the sun's been on my mind, but I was completely unaware that we are. Let's see, what did I find? Because after I got that message from Source, I looked it up. Oh, here we go. Solar storm headed for Earth could cause blackouts. And it says experts in astrology are keeping a close eye on a solar storm that is due to take place across Thursday and Friday, and which could have indirect effects on the Earth, such as causing problems in telecommunications and electricity systems. The solar storm is being provoked by a coronal mass ejection, a massive burst of solar wind and radiation that emanates from the sun during a period of maximum solar activity. And they're expecting it to hit Thursday or Friday, which today it's Thursday where I'm at, so we should see. Said the phenomenon could also produce auroras at medium altitude range. So this is a big one. And I felt something strange about today, before I even decided to connect with Source. That was what kind of pulled me. Sometimes when we're about to get a big activation or upgrade, I feel this urgency, this anxiety, almost this buildup within myself. And I just had this feeling something was about to happen. And so, yeah, there we go. We'll see what happens here. I mean, as I said, I live in California, so we're used to the power going out. And actually, strange coincidence, I received something from PG&E the other day that said, due to extreme heat and high demand that may be greater than supply, the state's electric grid operator may require PG&E to turn off power and rotating outages from 3 to 10 p.m. each day from August 17th to the 20th. So they didn't do this, I mean, where I'm at anyway, but it actually hasn't been hotter in this period of time that they're claiming is extreme heat and electricity is at high demand. It hasn't been hotter than it normally is, so it was kind of strange. I'm like, why would they need to turn off the power? And it could have to do with the fires, but just a strange coincidence, I mean, all these power outages, these planned outages, it feels like. So there was just a lot that was kind of bubbling within me. And so what I got from what this burst from the sun that we're getting. For many, okay, it'll be another wave of mass awakenings, a huge release, because that's been the theme. Major release once again of that deep suppressed darkness and emotion. And that's basically what I got for many. Okay, and as light workers who are awake and aware of this ascension and we're on this journey here, I pulled some cards just to kind of see what this may bring us, okay? And I pulled just one from my Queen of the Moon Oracle, and the only one I pulled was number 7, which is nourishment, okay? And it's the waxing crescent. And I'm like, no way are we in a waxing crescent right now, right? I'm like, that'd be awesome. So I look it up, and sure enough, we are in the waxing crescent phase of the moon. And the waxing crescent, I have this also. Let's see what it says. Is the moon's first step towards fullness, okay? And it's a very visible shift, it said. The moon is completely invisible while it's new until a tiny sliver is illuminated. So basically, just reading, it's a very visible shift, right? All of this kind of lined up together here. I'm feeling like this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a big activation. And with nourishment, I'm getting just illumination, right? The light nourishing the earth here, the light from the sun providing nourishment to a lot of the release that a lot of us have been consciously aware of, and it can be very painful. So kind of like a sense of relief coming here. And just feeling that light just nourish us and feel like weights have been lifted off of our shoulders here. That's what I was getting from all of this, and how it says it's the first step towards fullness here. Okay. As we know, we've been on this journey a long time. We're very far into this process. So hearing that it's the first step towards fullness sounds a little off-putting, right? But I think what I'm picking up from that is it's just a major step towards that oneness and fullness we desire for the entire planet. And it's a very visible shift. Like this is going to be one of the first main visible shifts that we're going to feel and actually start seeing in our outer reality here. And then I pulled a couple from my other deck. Where is that deck? Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. And I got pleasure and forgiveness. And then I noticed in both these cards, there are 2 waxing crescents as well. So just more confirmation that this message, I guess, is coming at the right time. But what I'm getting from this is this nourishment we're going to get, this light, reaching the dark corners of the planet here. It's going to, like I said, the relief, the pleasure, we're going to feel good emotions, good feelings. I'm getting a really good feeling from this activation, a very light, feathery type feeling, floating type feeling, which is going to allow us, because of all the releasing that we've done, to finally forgive a lot of these things that we've been burdened with, to finally be able to just let go, to forgive, to have mercy, to move on from, our own individual traumas and certain incidents with other individuals in our lives that have caused trauma. This light that's coming in, this oneness we're going to feel, is going to actually kind of remind us of what we're heading towards and how important it is to forgive and to release that judgment and that anger and that fear and all those things that stop us from having mercy or forgiving, right? So that's basically what I was getting today was just and I'm already starting to feel it. I'm already starting to feel a lot lighter because this last week was emotionally rough for me. It was, I could hardly even connect to anything else. And just, I was basically just doing my household chores and doing whatever I could to get through that uncomfortable energy. And this typically happens to me right before a big activation. But this one's big. As you know, the sun is very connected to all of us, to every living thing on this planet. It's the life force basically here. It's what gives the moon its shine. Um, so when these energies come in, it's not something to just be disregarded. This will affect us, and it's going to affect the entire planet and every human on the planet. And we're lucky that we're actually aware of this, so we can be aware of how our body is responding. And this message, how I'm saying this is going to bring, it's going to be a pleasurable experience as far as the cards say, of happiness and joy, just a lighthearted feeling. That could just be for a certain handful of light workers. I can't necessarily say. This will affect everybody differently. And it just depends on where you're at in this process. But like I said, for those who aren't awake to what's actually going on, there will probably be a lot of releasing and awakening to certain things that are very uncomfortable at first. But I just, there's a sense of urgency in this. There's a sense of something big. This is, something big that's going to be seen in our outer reality. That's what I'm picking up here. So I just wanted to get on and share this, okay? I will talk to you all soon. Bye.